Hello, hello, hello. So guys, I am so excited for today because I'm going to be having Jeanine Mason on live doing a little Q&A, a little chit chat with me today, all about our new show Trollstopia, which is now out on Hulu. It came out November 19th. It is created by DreamWorks and it is a dream job. Hey guys, what's up? So excited to see all of you here. So like I said, in case everyone's just coming on right now, Fuad, what's up, Foo? Bet, Gafar, what up, Gambino? Oh, there's Jeanine. Let's view her request. All right, it's right on time. I think. Oh, perfect. It's connecting now. Hi.
Hi, babe. So nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. I was just telling everyone that I was so excited that we're finally getting to do this, that we had tried, but you've been so busy filming your TV show that last time, work has to come first. I'd like to think that I'm the priority, but obviously.
You are. Especially after today, you will be moving forward.
Oh, man. But it's so, for the people who are watching and tuning in right now, what you guys may not know is that most of the cast of Trollstopia has never met each other.
No, and I like have an actor crush on all of them, and then I listened to you in the booth with Matt, and I'm like, gosh, she's so good. And
Aww.
The first time we met was our virtual premiere.
I know.
And yet to meet in person, but soon, I hope.
So I think you guys some of you may have seen the live Q&A that I did with JP, which was a lot of fun. But Jeanine plays Minuet for any of you guys who've seen the TV show. Now, I know what my audition process was like. What was your audition process like to get that role?
Girl, I'm just very new to this world, and I've always been such a hyper fan. So when I started auditioning, I just was like, I'm going to do this the same way I approached dance and the same way I approached acting, on camera, where I'm just going to like pump out auditions and have nothing, like no expectation.
Yeah.
And then I read for two off the top, and Minuet was one of them. I can't remember who the other character was. And I just, at that point, I was like in a groove where I was like, I'm just going to do whatever.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And they described her as very Tracy Flick. And
nice. Yeah. Well, I think that you nailed it. Honestly, she's one of my favorite characters. And the episode where she does the air guitar, where she tries to find, it's amazing.
That's my favorite. You and I had that one together.
Yeah, I love that episode.
I love mouth guitar. That was the one that I just had like the best time in getting to like fully do what we get to do with this particular like niche part of the industry, of this industry, where it's it's just so absurd. And I was walking around New York going like, I don't know how to do a mouth guitar that sounds legit, but I also don't know how to do a mouth guitar that sounds like Minuet, my like little classical chunk of hair doing mouth guitar. So.
No, there's so many aspects to it. So for any of you guys who haven't seen that episode yet, essentially Minuet's character, she's the classical troll. She's used to being all prim and proper and practicing and not letting her freak flag fly. So my character gets her into the vibe and she lets loose and just goes electric. And it's one of my favorite episodes. So it's so cool.
I love it. She's so little. And one of my favorite lines I've ever gotten to say is in that episode that I say to Blaze. And I'm like accusing him of not doing enough. And I say, you got Blazy. And it cracked me up. I just broke for like 5 minutes in the booth laughing. I'm like, it's so funny.
I love how they do it. They do, if anyone, is watching the stream right now, is a parent that has a kid who likes Trollstopia, they definitely throw in a lot of humor for the adults in there. So it's super entertaining no matter what age you are. So I love that about it.
Totally.
But okay, so for anyone who doesn't know everything about Jeanine Mason, why don't you tell us like some more of your background so some of my followers can know more about you?
For sure. Well, I'm from Florida, which you are too, right?
Really? Yeah, I'm in Florida right now.
I know. I'm like, I miss it. I'm from Miami. I'm Cuban from Miami. And I was there for a good amount at the beginning of the quarantine with my mom and my siblings. And yeah, I'm one of four. So I was in Florida all of my childhood, just training and like getting excited to move out to LA. And then was out in LA, I am a dancer and actor, and now I'm New York based, but I'm on a show, Roswell, New Mexico, that shoots in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So I'm spending a lot of time out here.
So
too.
Is that wrapped now? Are you done with the show now?
I'm still here. We're still shooting. We'll be shooting through April, actually.
Wow.
So we have a little left. We're like almost halfway. I'm like waiting to just be like halfway, because it's so hard. I mean, as we know, we felt the effects on Trollstopia too. It's just so different in a COVID world to shoot a TV show. So very hopeful we all get through it and get through it safely.
Did they make you record some of your episodes from home? Did you do any home recording, or did you always go into a studio?
I was able to. I was back in New York by that time, and New York was chill enough at the beginning of the you know, getting better, that I got into the booth. But the day I got into the booth, all the booth guys too, they were like, this is our first day back also. And it felt like re-entering this empty building and like only us. And I don't know about you, but I don't know how you do, especially at the Rock Trolls, but I like about twice now have blown my voice out in recordings.
It's like, I mean, I come like fully prepped. Like, not only do the days where I have to record, am I just like vocal resting and drinking copious amounts of water? I gargle with hot salt water in the morning before I go. And then when I'm there, I literally consume probably like 5 or 6 cups of tea, at least 3 water bottles, and every Ricola that the booth operator has.
Like, thank you so much. I'll take all these.
Thank you. I'll take them all. Yeah.
I mean, the last time that I recorded, I was pretty certain I lost my voice, and it was this weird thing where I was like, it's gone, right? Like I couldn't access the register that Minuet lives in. I was like, I'm raspy, right? Like I'm not there anymore. And they're like, no, it sounds good. And I'm like, okay, you guys just let me know when it's gone.
Yeah, I always request, I don't know about you, but I always request to do the singing before the all the speaking stuff, because I find that helps me, because if my voice is a little bit raspy for the speaking stuff, it's okay. If I'm kind of losing my voice before the singing stuff, then that's harder. So I find that I always request to do the songs first.
I like that. I'm going to take that advice.
Yeah.
Love that.
No, it's helpful. It's definitely helpful, especially if you have a long record where you're doing like 2 episodes or something plus pickups and ADR. It's like a lot. So
totally. It's so fun though. My God. Like I truly, when I know we all are weird with our siblings growing up, but like my siblings are weird, and we were just doing some weird voices. We have like little characters we still reference that we made up growing up, where it was like that's this cool. Little weird. So my family is just, they're like, yeah, of course, this.
Yeah. So like, you were made for this. It's actually so funny. When I told my mom I was screen testing for it, I said to her, I was like, Mom, you remember all the troll dolls I had? She was like, yeah. She's like, I actually think I have a picture of like you with all the trolls on your bed. So I literally sent that to my agent, and she's like, I'm sending this to production. I'm like, okay, do it. It can't hurt. So girl. There, which is really cute, but it literally is like one of the troll dolls too. It must have been something that somebody had made for me, because it was wearing a shirt that says "I Heart Lauren" on it, which was so cute.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I can't wait to buy all of the stuffed animals of all of our characters.
I'm so pumped. I was so bummed that the show didn't come out until after Halloween, because I was fully intending on being Val for Halloween. Fully. Yes. So, but obviously I couldn't be a character that hadn't come out yet.
I mean, it's so cute, all of it. Like, and even seeing fans sending like drawings of us and stuff, and like it's just so sweet. I'm obsessed. This is my first time getting to be a part of something that's just like nothing but yumminess, you know. Like everybody's on board, everybody's a fan, whatever age it is. It's so cool. I love it.
So, guys, I'm seeing all your comments out there. There's a lot of really sweet things being said about you, Jeanine. You guys, if you want to ask any questions, if you have any questions for me or for Jeanine, you can type them in here and we will answer them. If not, we'll just continue to chit chat and hang out. Truly. So right now you're in Santa Fe. What's that like?
Oh,
is it open? Is it closed? Like, what's it?
You know, it's been better than I think other places could, you know, have been. And it's nice because it's a sleepy town anyway. So it's sort of the rhythm I get into when I'm working here. Right. So that's kind of nice.
And do you like your cast members? Like, you guys get along and hang out with each other?
No, not at all. No. They're good. No, we have a great time. And so that felt like such a gift, because it's year 3. So
hold on, we have a question here. Lilian de Keys said, how did you get your first acting role, and what is your most recent acting role?
Ooh, that's a great question. What you want to go first?
My first acting role was a soap opera.
Yes.
I booked there's a soap opera called Guiding Light that was out for like I don't even know 40 plus years or something like that on TV. And yeah, I booked a series regular role on that. That was like I think my first big thing. Prior to that, I did mostly just commercials and things like that. But that was probably my first big thing.
My first role was on like professional role was on Big Time Rush. Do you remember that show?
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
And I was like really trying to transition from dancer to actor, you know. So it was like this physical sort of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer role. And I was like full big kick. Like in the audition, I was giving them a full like fight choreo, and I was
That's awesome though.
That was my first like my first real guest star in.
Okay, wait, hold on. There's another one for you. Yankee 1016 says, "Are you really Cuban?"
Yes. I mean, look at this. Yes, I'm very Cuban. I'm like, right before this started, I was pushing all of the cafeteras and Cuban coffee containers that I have on my counter.
I love Cuban coffee. Love.
It's like it's like in the air in Florida.
It's so good. It's so cool.
I saw one question that was,
okay, yeah.
What's your favorite troll other than your character?
Yeah, yeah.
What's yours?
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the live stream, you are one of my favorites. I do really like JP's character too. I think like the classical trolls are just hysterical to me. Like I love them. I'd say probably outside of that, probably Holly Darlin.
I was gonna say Holly too.
I think she does a great job, and it's so unique. It's such like a different, sort of vibe that it brings to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those are my favorites. So you agree?
I agree. I mean, she's just so delightful. Like it's just, I feel like I have like a smile on my face.
Yeah, no, she's so peppy, and she's so good.
So
Southern accent, it's like on point. It's awesome.
Everybody's very excited. Oh my God, it's Val from Trollstopia. Yes, it is.
Okay, so Sky Colis, I don't know how to say that, 12 says, when is Roswell 3 premiering?
We don't know yet, but I promise. You guys know I hold nothing back.
Yeah, they tell us nothing.
I'm like, I feel like you're the same way too. I'm like, I hold nothing back. As soon as I give information, I will get it to you. I promise.
Dude, even for Trollstopia, I don't know about you. I only knew about the release date like 1 or 2 weeks before. Like, I feel like we're on a need to know basis, and they feel like we don't need to know.
Yeah, exactly. And we just I was like, man, we have so many episodes just ready to release. Wonder if they ever know. Like, here we are.
So
many. That's great.
So many. All right, let's see if any other ones have popped up here.
I saw one here that said, in one episode, Minuet says she speaks 17 languages. Can you relate? I'm like, sadly only 2, but I would love to speak 17. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. I think being able to speak multiple languages, like no matter what you do, is so beneficial. So beneficial.
I agree. Like a superpower. I mean,
Did you grow up speaking Spanish and English at the same time, or did you learn one before the other?
At the same time. I spoke more Spanish when I was like teeny weeny, which we're starting to do now with my niece. We're like Spanish.
Yeah.
But then, you get into school so quickly. And so it was
I would imagine it'd be more important to, for your parents to make sure that they speak Spanish with you at home, because obviously in school, people are going to, the kids are going to speak English to you. So I feel like that's probably for the best that they spoke to you in Spanish when you're at home. Yeah.
I'm so glad they did. And now I'm just like, it's like my mission to just like keep it sharp, and so
sure.
That's
actually little known fact. So being, a Floridian myself, I feel like all schools here, they teach Spanish since like you're a little kid. So I took Spanish since I was in 1st grade.
Amazing.
And I speak pretty fluently. Yo nací en Florida y estudiaba en España y también en escuela. Pero yo necesito practicar más. Contigo.
I know, we all do. Honestly, it's like, it's so easy there. It's so easy in Miami. I mean, being there, it's like you get in.
I'm going there this Friday. Any recommendations of where I should go?
Oh man, let's see. Ooh, there's this place called All Day Miami. They're this really sweet little cafe, coffee shop, and they have the best stuff. And
is that like in Miami proper, or Brickell, or on South Beach?
Brickley. It's Brickley. Okay. And they have they're just doing such a great job of taking care of their staff during the pandemic too. So I love supporting restaurants that are just looking out.
It is great to find your go-to coffee shop. I feel like that was one of the first things that I did in New York. I still haven't gotten my go-to coffee shop here in Tampa, but I'm mainly because
Yeah.
my boyfriend is like a coffee connoisseur, and he has this very fancy espresso machine that at first he would just make me coffees, and he's like, all right, like we got to teach you how to do this. So now I know how to do it, and I'm like making latte art like a G. I'm feeling
Oh
real
my
proud of
God.
myself. So I actually haven't been
You should do a little
to.
Val, like coffee art.
I'm not sure if I'm that good. I'm talking about like I can make a heart, girl. Like I'm not saying I can like I'm like not Picasso with put like with coffee art.
Yeah, yeah.
I can make a legible heart. That
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
yeah.
down.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I can't do anything. I'm like
Yeah.
Keurig, and then it's like off to work, like half asleep.
Well, you know, with the pods and stuff like that now, it's so easy. It's like, you know, people ask me, they're like, oh, yeah, do you like grind beans? And I was like, well, I didn't. Now I do, like, because I know my boyfriend. But like, it's a thing of the past. I feel like with like Nespressos and Keurigs, you have so many options. We just like pop the pod in, you're done.
Oh my God, totally. All of my like favorite coffee, like Café La Llave, Café Bustelo, like all these Cuban coffees are all Keurig.
I love Bustelo. I love that one.
Oh, I know. Bustelo is
like, is that Colombian specifically?
I think they all have beans grown everywhere, from what I understand at this point. So, but I think Bustelo, is it Bustelo or Pilon that have like strong Cuban ties as well? But I mean, all of it.
I'll have to look it up. But when I've been made like Cuban coffee like the right way, like from like, you know, like a place in Miami or something else like that, like it's strong and it has like a different texture, I feel like, than like normal coffee, but I really love it. It like jolts, it gets you ready for your day.
I've gotten everyone at work here hooked on it because a buddy of mine sent me some coffee from my favorite place in LA, which is called Café Tropical. That you got to go there next time. That's
I've never been. I mean, I lived in LA for a decade. I've never been there. I'll have to check it out.
They have El Cochinito, which is their restaurant, but this is like their little cafe they just opened in Silver Lake. And so he sent me some coffee, and like, you know, I've been posting about it, just being like, my buddy's making coffee. And everybody at work was like, hold on, bring that coffee to work. So now we have like our camera truck, our camera dolly at work. It's like pumping out espressos. My buddy Lane is pumping out coffee.
I love it. Okay, wait, here's a good question. M. Colton says, oh, this is actually interesting. I don't know how you do, you have to answer this. How do you do kissing scenes during the pandemic? Have you had any kissing scenes?
Yes, I have. I don't know if I don't think that's a spoiler. We can say that. They don't
know who it is.
Exactly. It's
just a lot of mouthwash before or what?
I know like Riverdale was doing that. We haven't been doing the mouthwash. I don't know if I should state that, but I'm like, mouthwash. But we've just been doing an obscene amount of testing.
But I guess at the same time, though, you guys are kind of quarantined all together. So you're probably pretty safe, like just as a unit, like with all the cast, right?
We've been so lucky. We've been so lucky. Like so lucky. I don't even want to say it out loud because I'm like, I don't want to jinx it, you know? So I'm grateful. I've always been grateful we're shooting in Santa Fe, but especially now, just given these obscene circumstances, it's so nice to be here in our little, like feeling a little more safe and sort of removed from how bad it is in other places, you know? So so far so good. But yeah, it's a lot of testing and a lot of like asking people to make sure that they are okay with it and that they, you know, feel good about proceeding with close contact scenes, as we call them. I know it's 6.
Oh, that's your close contact scenes.
Close contact scenes.
I gotcha. Okay, so I have to call out Broppy Lover because he's so cool. He's always photoshopping my character and your characters and other characters like in real world places. So he'll put like the actual cartoons, but like at Hard Rock or like at the beach or like whatever, like in front of these real scenes, and I really enjoy them. So
I need to see all of these.
Yeah, you'll have to check out the stuff he does. It's really cute.
Okay, done.
Definitely better at Photoshop than I am. I am not a Photoshop whiz by any means.
I am awful. Like, this going well right now is a small miracle. I will say.
You really haven't had any Wi-Fi snafus that can hear you and shit. Like, this is great.
It's been a struggle bus. I'm like, I tried the AirPods. My AirPods don't like me. They just, I don't know, something with my ears. They just don't work. So here we are.
I have a question for you. So you mentioned once or twice that you were a dancer before, you know, doing acting more full time. What was like? Tell me more about that and like how like did you do for music videos or were you competitive or like what was that deal?
I was competitive in Florida. I grew up competing in Florida, and you know we would travel on the weekends, and I just always thought I always wanted to be an actor, but my idea of actor was very MGM, was very like you had to do it all, and so you know my first real gig that got me out to LA was So You Think You Can Dance, and I was
Oh,
18,
cool. That's
4 days out of high school when I moved to LA to start shooting that job. And
now I'm gonna have to watch that. Were you part of a troupe, or were you by yourself, or?
that one is independent, like you compete as a soloist, and you have a partner. So my partner Philip Shabib, who I like adore to this day, him and I were together for the first like 10 weeks of the competition, and then the second half you start competing more as a soloist, and it was cool. My first like being inside the TV screen, and it was incredible, and it really set me
I would
up.
imagine that would be pretty high stress. Was it stressful being on a show like that, or?
You know, I was 18, and I was just like, look at this, we're inside the TV. Right. Like I was just so, that when I think back on it, I think part of the reason why I had such success on that show was because I just was so enamored and like in awe and in gratitude about getting to be a part of it, you know. So I feel like
it also seems like maybe you didn't put as much pressure on yourself because of that, so you're able to just enjoy it and have fun, and just were like, well, whatever happens happens.
Yeah, totally. And that always pays off. I mean, like that's how this happened. I think I was just like, here she is, whatever. What if she sounded like that?
Had you done voiceover before, or was this the first big voice? So your first like big voiceover. Awesome. Very cool.
Yes, first one. And I mean, yeah, it's such a great team. Like and obviously I know nothing, like I'm learning, but I feel so fortunate that it's with you guys and that it's with Matt and it's DreamWorks. I mean, I feel like I lucked out massively here, because I just feel so like taken care of and supported, and that I didn't know whether they would let me do my own singing, you know, and that was so exciting to get to do my own singing on this. Like I thought, oh, they'll probably just be like, this chick's new to the world, we'll like steamroll her and put someone else to sing her stuff. But they've just totally, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do it. And they were like, okay, great.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
It's been wonderful.
Before we let everyone go, I want Jeanine, if there's places or anything that you want to tell people to watch out or check out, or if you have a YouTube channel as well, if you do other stuff, let the peoples know.
Yeah. Okay, peoples. I mean, honestly, most stuff I just will post on Instagram. So Instagram's the best place to stay up to date on stuff. But it's my birthday on Thursday.
Oh my God! Happy birthday!
Thank you. And
amazing.
Thank you. It's, you know, it's my 30th birthday. I've been like excited for this birthday for so long. So I'm like so happy she's here. And I'm just trying to find a creative way to, you know, give through the getting and celebrating, you know. And so I work with this organization here in Santa Fe called Girls Inc. of Santa Fe. It's just like awesome.
Girls what of Santa Fe?
Girls Inc. of Santa Fe.
Okay.
It's an amazing like after school program. And not only they do like full, you know, like when they're on summer break, they do full programs too. And I'm
cool. Is it like tutoring and stuff? Like they help the girls with school, or?
It's everything. They do like creativity projects. They do, you know, science projects. They learn about STEM. They go like out into the wilderness and explore. And
that's awesome.
It's such a cool program. And it's, I've gone and watched and talked to the girls, and like I see how excited they get and how the community is just so strong and beautiful. And so if you have anything to spare, it's one of those cool things they've done for me where it's like, if you donate $25, that's like, you're pretty much paying for a girl's activities for a week. If you donate like $200, it's like for
can you type it in the little comment right there if they have a handle so that people can check it
out.
If I
could do this, or
you guys, no pressure, but it is Jeanine's birthday on Thursday, and it sounds like if you want to give her a present, you can donate to Girls Inc. She's going to put the handle in the comment section right now. So check it out. And that's based in Santa Fe, you said, Jeanine?
Yeah. Girls Inc. is actually an organization that has like chapters everywhere. But, you know, I just love getting to be a part of getting to contribute to something that's a part of what I'm getting to love and live in right now. So it's been so nice to work with these little ones. So if you have $20, send it over.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll donate to the cause of your B-Day.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah, I got you.
What about you?
Well,
where do we find you?
Thank you so much for tuning in and being on here with me. It's such a pleasure to meet you in person. Well, not person, but almost.
Almost. Next time in person.
Yes. Thank you for coming
my
on.
babe. This was so fun and so nice to meet you, and you're the most delicious as well. So can't wait to see more.
Thank you.
Bye, babe.
Bye, guys. Thank you.